Hello guys, welcome to Monkey John Collective. I'm doing a wee video here today giving you an overview of this, which is my kind of signature blaster. It's my kind of personal blaster that I wear in my drop leg holster when I'm out nerfing, and I also wear it as part of my Judge Dredd cosplay. This is a Nerf Retaliator which I've turned into a Mark II Lawgiver from Judge Dredd. I love this. I've made a few of these now. I've made one as a present for my brother. I've made a few and sold them as well. It's a fully functioning Nerf blaster still. So I keep this, so I wear this on my leg. This is a Blastersmiths UK drop leg holster. I've got it in green to match my costume. I've got one of my wee decal badges on the side there. But yeah, as I say, this was just a Retaliator, what we have here. Made a few modifications to it, obviously. First of all, main thing is I've had to chop down the priming slide here. Obviously when you slide this back, it runs into the ammo counter at the back there, so we had to chop that in half. But it still functions pretty well. And obviously I've just added these decals. The decals at first I made, when my first prototype, I just kind of made them out of epoxy putty and bits and pieces. The top bit here I actually made out of a yogurt pot which I'd cut in half and just hot glued on, but I've refined it a bit since then, and now I make them, they're all the exact same. What I actually did was I sculpted the pieces in epoxy putty first, and then cast them in silicone, and then moulded them in silicone, and then cast them in resin after that. So I've got these on both sides, the badge decals. There's the original sculpt from the epoxy putty. I don't have the mould for it. I've recently just thrown that out because the mould got a bit past it because I've made so many of these. I need to recast it again. I'm thinking about redoing this, putting a bit more detail into it, and I'm a bit more confident with it. The flares on the back here of what is supposed to be the kind of rangefinder, kind of targeting bit. So what I did was I just made one piece, sculpted in the epoxy putty over the back of the Retaliator here. So I just kind of sculpted one piece onto there, and then I made a mould of that, and then for each one I cast 4 different pieces so they're all the exact same going round. You can see these are the resin casts of this, and all the exact same, and then these are just epoxy resined on. The top piece as well, this is the original mould here, cast actually out of a yogurt pot again. So poured the resin into the bottom of the yogurt pot, halved it, glued them together, filled it in with epoxy putty, sanded it all down, and then I resin cast. I made a big mould in silicone for these, which I can then cast them so they all come out the exact same. Let's see how it slots in. These just get epoxy resined onto the top again, sand them all down so they're very flush fitting. You can see this is supposed to be the ammo selector. This is just all hand painted on, doesn't actually light up or anything because this is solid resin. And these are epoxy resin then onto just one half of the shell, so we can still open the blaster up and get into it if we need to do any more modifications or do anything inside. I've had a problem at first when I first did this. If you kind of knocked it, it would pop off. So what I do now when I do it, I score into the plastic, cross score, and then score into the base of the resin piece as well, and it gives a much firmer contact for the epoxy resin to go into, and gives it a lot more grip. And he's absolutely solid. I mean, I've dropped this a few times, nothing doesn't come off. Same with the badges as well. I score into these and score into the backs before I epoxy resin them on. They're absolutely solid, not going anywhere. Obviously the blaster's just painted. This is a kind of metallic black acrylic, and then it's dry brushed with a bit of kind of gunmetal and a bit of silver. The gunmetal on this section here, and then dry brushed with silver, a bit of detail in black and a bit of detailing in silver. And that's about it for the paint job. It's fairly basic. These are just hand painted on. As I say, still fully functioning blaster. Let's chuck a couple of darts in here. Got a Kush and an Elite. And it's boom. You might have heard that this is packing a Blastersmiths UK 5 kilo plus upgrade spring in this for the Retaliator. So boom, it packs 6 shots at over, I think it's about 85 feet per second it shoots at, maybe a bit more. So yeah, packs a punch for a last resort blaster. I keep this in my loadout just on my leg, and it's good fun, and it just looks good when you pull this. I like my style points, I like my painted blasters when I'm out and open, and this one definitely looks good. But yeah, I'll stick some reference pictures up of where, with the Lawgiver, I'll maybe use the reference picture that I actually based this on. It's kind of, there's been 2 Lawgivers in the comics. There's a Mark 1 one, it's a lot kind of sleeker and thinner designed. I'm hopefully going to get another one of them soon. I'll probably post some videos up in my Judge Dredd costume when I get time. I have a handmade Judge Dredd costume which I'll wear this for. But yeah, it's really good. I love this. I wear it all the time. I've used it out cosplaying, used it in Nerf battles. It's never failed me. It's brilliant. Yeah, I'll probably be make some more of these. They always go down well with the 2000 AD Judge Dredd fans. And yeah, I just love how they look, love how the Retaliator feels. It's a good blaster to have at your side. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you later.